right, playoff Sunday for the Suns and Clippers. Playing games are tomorrow. Joining us, three-time NBA champion. The guy's everywhere, man. He's on Channel 12. He's on Take the Points. He's on our show again. Scott Williams joins us on the right to the guest line. How we doing, Scottie?
What's going on, Rock Manute, Jimmy B? I'm in God's country today, baby. North Kakalaki, North Carolina. I'm headed my way to Chapel Hill. Just landed, and I am excited for the NBA playoffs. Do you know that this is the 30th year anniversary of the Chicago Bulls' third championship in a row, the three-peat?
Wow. No, we did not. We could have used that earlier on our little on this day report. We talked about Michael Jordan getting a couple of base hits today when he was playing for the Birmingham Barons, but
I didn't really want to bring it up, but because you know how that third championship, what team that was against, right?
The what?
That was what?
The opponent in that NBA Finals that year happened to be the
Suns.
Yeah,
I know. I was a bartender.
John Paxson hit a shot from the left wing from three.
Yep.
The game winner.
Hey, I want to ask you, you've played with Michael Jordan, you've played with LeBron James. I don't know why you said that, but basically where I'm going is, why are so many people in love with the Lakers? Can you help me out on that? Because it seems like every national talk show, they're in the play-in game. I mean, they're not talking about some other bright storylines in the NBA. It's all about the Lakers, and you want to root against them because of all this publicity they get on the national level.
Yeah, what is it, 15, 16 NBA World Championships? I mean, it's been a symbol of class in the league for the 75, 76 years they've been going, right there to the dynasty with the Boston Celtics. You got to give them their props. I mean, LeBron James, all-time leading scorer, Anthony Davis. I mean, they got a solid squad over there. I look for them to make some noise in the playoffs. I think they get this play-in game. I think they move on against Memphis Grizzlies that don't have the experience, and they fight them tooth and nail in that series.
So, Scott, here we are. The Suns aren't going to be playing until next Sunday against the Clippers. Pretty much everything is all set to go. We basically, I should say, the Suns have a week off until they play this Clippers team. They played them yesterday. Obviously, it was the bench played. How did you guys get yourself prepared with literally 7 days off until the first round of the playoffs?
I mean, Monty Williams has got to balance how competitive he goes in practice and then how much he just goes through light shooting drills and walks through the other team's stuff. So that's the balance, right? Rest versus rust. And if anybody can handle it, the experience of Chris Paul at the point guard, he's going to make sure these guys get just enough in practice so that they're ready to perform come Sunday. But I tell you what, they rested four of their five starters, I believe it was on Sunday. I was down at that game, and they still gave the Clippers all that they could handle. I was a little concerned they were going to mess around and win that game because we did not want to see Golden State in that first round with all the experience they have over there. Curry and Thompson and Draymond Green. Heck, they put up 157 points on Sunday afternoon against, well, granted it was Portland Trailblazers, but 55 first quarter points. I mean, when that team is hot and they're on fire, they're moving and grooving, they hear a tough out.
And Scott, speaking of the bench play, I mean, for all the bench play that they've had this year with injuries, without KD, and those guys have played a lot of basketball. How much does that help you in tight spots going into the playoffs, all that bench play by the Suns?
Oh, definitely. It gives them confidence. They're always going to play better at home. There's no doubt about that. They just play better at home than they do on the road. But you want them to have that confidence going if they go on the road, that coaches will put them in the game. The starters have their back, and they can play their roles. They know what their roles are. They're defined.
Scott, it's my contention that the Clippers will play them tough, but they won't be able to close late in the game because of Paul George not being there, and Kawhi Leonard is the only real superstar on that team right now who can be that closer like he closed yesterday when the Clips won that game. Am I correct in that assessment, or do you see it differently?
Well, I wasn't as sure of his Georgia's status for the series, so you're giving me information that I don't know. They're not the same team without George, but they got a backup. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Just flew in here. He played fantastic yesterday. Is it Norman? Is it Powell?
Norman Powell.
Norman Powell, yes.
Yeah, I think he went for 20-plus points last night and made it look easy. So as a secondary option to Paul, he's a pretty good fit in that offense. Don't take them lightly. You know, they're a dangerous basketball team when they're fully healthy, and they're still a pretty darn good team when they're not.
And how about the role that Westbrook now being a starter versus him? He's been coming off the bench forever, it seems like, this last year at the Lakers, now the Clippers. Will he have to change his game to basically, settle in with what they want, the way they want to go?
I love Westbrook. As
3 minutes.
So much in the community, so much for charity and building schools and educational labs. As a player, not so much. I don't know what it is about his makeup. I think he's pretty good for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter he wants to be all about Russell Westbrook, and that hurts him. It works against the team. So I'm not a big fan of him trying to deliver big moments down the stretch and tight ball games.
What do you say about this, where the NBA released its latest statistics? 97% of the games were sold out this year, meaning all the teams in the NBA, and they drew over 22 million people. It's the largest attendance ever in the NBA.
The league's hot. I mean, that's all you can say about that. David Stern to Adam Silver passed that baton, and the league is remarkable. It's hot. People are having a great
2 minutes
experience. I was at the game yesterday. Even when the action on the court isn't as scintillating with the star power, they do so much to make it a great fan experience now, more than they did 30 years ago when I was playing.
Scott, so you got a big book signing out there? Is that why they're bringing you back?
Yeah, this was kind of where I became a man. So I came back here. Coach Smith did so much for me after I lost my parents. I wanted to be able to honor him. I'm working with the Compass Center right here in Chapel Hill, and they provide resources for victims of domestic violence. So we're having a book signing at one of my favorite sportswear companies, Chapel Hill Sportswear. They're going to donate a percentage of everything that they sell, and I'm donating proceeds from the book. So it's kind of a win-win. And we got football, spring football game on Saturday, and North Carolina baseball team is
1 minute.
So the Chapel Hill is going to be fun.
Wow. Busy man. Scott, thanks, man. Hopefully we can have you throughout the playoffs. We'd love to get your take on all this that we're all going to be witnessing. We hope it's going to be a long ride.
You guys call me anytime. The book is Through the Fire, a memoir of Carlisle basketball and triumph. A lot of the proceeds from the book sales as well also go to a benefit to domestic violence center in Phoenix called Chrysalis. So let's try to do some good. Let's raise some awareness.
You got it. Scotty, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Have fun down there.